Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Mangalam Cement Q3 and FY22 conference call hosted by PhillipCapital India Private Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on the touchtone phone. This conference is being recorded. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Vaibhav Agarwal from PhillipCapital India Private Limited. Thank you and over to you, Mr. Agarwal.
Thank you, Janice. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of PhillipCapital India Private Limited, we welcome you to the Q3 FY22 call for Mangalam Cement. On the call, we have with us Mr. Yashwant Mishra, President Corporate and CFO of the company. I would like to mention on behalf of Mangalam Cement and its management that certain statements that may be made or discussed on the conference call may be forward-looking statements related to future developments and the current performance. These statements are subject to a number of risks, uncertainties, and other important factors which may cause the actual developments and results to differ materially from the statements made. Mangalam Cement Limited and the management of the company assumes no obligation to publicly update or alter these forward-looking statements, whether as a result of new information or future events or otherwise. I will now hand over the floor to Mr. Mishra for his opening remarks, which will be followed by the Q&A. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vaibhav. Good evening to all. Our results have been published and must have been seen and analyzed by you people. On the overall result, we would like to inform you that the performance is quite satisfactory. Only difference is that power and fuel. Yes, not only for us, but for everybody. Power and fuel has hurted us like anything. And there was an increase of 100 crores plus for 9 months for our company. Other companies have also got a hit. But yes, other items on any performance parameters, we have done more or less better than last year and as per the industry norms. Power and fuel, we have tried to control. We are still trying to control and buying fuel, using alternate fuels, trying other alternatives also. But yes, the demand supply situation is different. Our linkage coal for power plant is pending to be delivered. Rakes are not available. Rakes are pending, will be surprised. Since February 2021, there is no allocation to any non-power sector company. So we have to buy coal from open market. There is no other alternative and the costs are increasing. But yes, now we hope that these linkage coal shall start delivery to the plant and cost will come down in power and fuel also, as well as other kiln fuel. There also some reduction in prices have occurred where it has gone to $180, $190. Now it has come down to $140, $150. And it will show some better results in future quarters. So any specific question on anything, I'm open to all questions.
Thank you very much.
And go ahead. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Before we take the first question, a reminder to the participants, if you have a question, please press star and 1 at this time. A reminder to the participants, if you wish to ask a question, please press star then 1 on your touchtone telephone. We take this question from the line of Vaibhav Agarwal. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask you on the power and fuel front, what were the specific reasons that our power and fuel cost is actually much higher than the industry rise we have seen in the Q3 versus Q2? So any specific reasons which you would like to highlight because of the sharp jump versus peers in the industry in terms of power and fuel cost?
Yes, you are right, Vaibhav. One reason which I have told you that our linkage coal, which is pending since February 2021 for power plant,
Right.
If we see the difference between that cost difference is more or less 4,000 rupees per ton if we buy from open market and use it, and if we get the linkage coal, which other plant might be having a stock, but our one plant was running only because both plants are not required. We have installed WHR. Because of that 4,000 rupees around approximate difference per ton, if you calculate, the difference will be very high. And in spite of that, we have started using lignite in power plant. We have started using biomass also. But yes, when the costs are increasing in the market and availability of coal of that category is less, the cost will go up.
Any specific reasons, sir, that this is a normal? This is normal. This is normal thing of 1,500 rupees per ton, or like it will have to come down to 1,000.
If the linkage coal could have been delivered by the railway or the ACCL, that we are having linkage, and WCL,
right.
If that have come, we could have saved more than 20 crores rupees on that front only.
Okay.
So these are the specific points why the cost has increased. Because if you see, nobody can imagine that for 1 year the railway will not give the rates for non-power sector.
Right.
These are unusual things which have happened.
Right. So in Q4, sir, we can expect some.
Now it should get delivered because we have got information that now the railway can start with linkage coal also.
Right, so. In terms of volumes, we have already clocked about 2.4 for the 9-month volume. So this year we are targeting in like almost 3.3, or how has been January in terms of volumes, and if you can get some sense on this.
Our utilization is already 80% plus, if you see. So 80% plus utilization means we shall be selling a good quantity during the whole year.
Right. And how has been January, sir, in terms of demand? If you can throw some color on that.
Demand is there.
And pricing, sir, if you can also throw some color on pricing, how is the in Q4 versus Q3?
As expected, because the cost increase is not being passed on to the customers.
Right.
That the cost it is already there. But yes, some a performance and performance increase plus some cost control measures are still in place. So this would not be a big difficulty.
So do you expect, sir, that for the 9-month period we have done clock an EBITDA of nearly 700 rupees per ton, if I look at the 9-month period. So do you expect that this number should relate to our last year numbers in terms of...
better than that, because you see, last quarter and this quarter are relatively bad for the industry as a whole.
Right, sir.
They have done well. But if you consider 9-month result, if you see last year and this year result, our figures are more or less same, except 1 or 2 crores here and there. And if we consider the loss and cost increase happened due to power and fuel cost increase, that is 100 crores. So if after incurring those 100 crores additional, we are having this same number of profit before tax or same number of EBITDA, so we can understand that the performance-wise we have done at the best.
So you are confident, sir, that we will reach this?
Because it is not in our control, nobody's control.
Absolutely. And sir, how is the expansion, the new line progressing after expansion?
We have already completed expansion.
Yeah. So how is the are there any keeping problems or anything like that you are facing right now?
Nothing.
Or it's all...
Nothing. Plant is running well. There is no issue.
There is no issue with the plant.
No.
I'd also like to ask you, sir, if I look at our realization front, we are actually only about, say, 90 rupees per ton improvement 9-month period versus the industry is a little higher. So anything, why are
because we sell in one part of the country, whereas more or less now all the players, our peers we can say, they sell in other regions of the country also. And the prices in Eastern India and Southern India, other places are relatively higher. So if we compare apple to apple, means from our region to our region, our prices you will get more or less similar to other companies.
How is the premium brand product progressing?
Doing good. We are selling around 10,000 tons per month, and our expectation is to double it by next year.
What will be our current trade to non-trade mix, sir, in terms of the overall mix? Hello.
Of premium brand?
Premium as well as the general trade to non-trade. And within trade, how much is premium?
You see, our premium sale is only 10,000 tons per month now.
Yeah.
So it is very small contribution, but yes, the difference between general brand and premium brand is around 40 rupees.
40 rupees. And as a company, sir, overall, how much is the trade in non-trade mix currently?
70% in trade and 30% in non-trade.
And so in this 70%, maybe only 3-4% would be the premium brand. Is it fair to say?
Yeah.
Or is it
Yes. No, premium brand is trade only, no non-trade.
Okay. And I know that. So within trade, I am saying within trade, how much is the premium?
4%. Not more than that.
Okay. And sir, any thoughts on any further expansion which you have been contemplating for some time? So any further thoughts?
At the right time, it shall be informed also.
Right, sir. We'll just place a couple of more announcements, sir, for participants if they have a questions. Moderator, if you can just put some reminders to the participants.
Participants, if you wish to ask a question, please press star then 1 on your touchtone telephone. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask a question, please press star then 1 at this time. Mr. Agarwal, you may go ahead with your questions. In the meanwhile, we'll allow participants to speak up.
No, I'm
we can do one thing. If any question comes, you can refer it to us.
Right, sir.
We'll discuss further. There is no issue. Okay.
No, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Janice, we may now conclude the call. On behalf of Phillip Capital, this concludes the call. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Phillip Capital India Private Limited, we conclude today's conference. Thank you all for joining. You may please disconnect your lines now. Thank you.